The Hawaii volcano. A 32-year-old man decided to spend his weekend in Hawaii. So he packed his bag, kissed his wife, and left for airport. He boarded the plane, and after 4 hours long flight, he landed on the big island of Hawaii. He immediately booked a taxi, but not to his hotel. Instead, he went straight to the National Park of Volcanoes. These volcanoes are highly reactive, with eruptions as frequent as every 3 hours. The area was blocked by barriers, but the man needed a better view to click some pictures, so he climbed over the railing. As he stood near the crater, the ground suddenly shaked, and without warning he fell into a 70 feet deep crater, which was completely filled with molten lava. His lower body was instantaneously burnt, and he started shouting for help. And a group of tourists heard his noise, and they immediately informed the rescuers. Within minutes, park rangers and emergency crew arrived at the scene. But due to extreme heat, the rescuers had no choice but to call for a helicopter. As the helicopter arrived, a rope was thrown into the crater. He tied the rope around his body and was rescued out of the crater. He was immediately sent to the hospital, but his body was burnt with third-degree burns. And a week later, he was declared dead due to extreme burning. And till this day, the Hawaiian government hasn't exposed his real identity due to its tourist economy. The Iceland volcano. In 1947, a group of scientists along with a geologist named Sergei decided to visit the Mount Hekla, one of Iceland's most notorious volcano. Even the locals call it Gateway of Hell. Their objective was to study the volcano's eruption mechanism and take samples of the ash. These scientists took samples from different parts of the volcano, but one of the lead scientists, Sigurður, decided to trek the volcano and take samples from the near hole of the volcano. So he started trekking the volcano. He collected the ash from the top of the mountain, but he wanted to know more. So he set up his equipment to record the seismic activity of the volcano, and after that he left. And they all went back to their houses. The next day, these scientists came back again, but this time Sigurður trekked the mountain again to get his equipments back that he left there the previous day. After 2 hours of trek, he reached the summit of the volcano, but as he reached the top, the ground started shaking, and he fell into the crater filled with hot boiling gases and lava. The crew down there waited for hours, but after waiting for 4 hours, they saw no clues of Sigurður. So the scientists decided to call for rescuers. As the rescue team arrived, they found the camera right there, but there was no clue of Sigurður. And after hours of search operation, they found his body completely burnt inside the crater.